Hello everybody, and in this video I will be reviewing Train to Busan 2 Peninsula that came out in 2020 and was directed by Yeon Sang-ho. Events of this movie take place 4 years after the events of the first one. We have a group of characters who now live in Hong Kong, treated horribly because they're from the infected area, but they get a chance to turn their lives around and make a lot of money by going on a mission back to Korean Peninsula, which is now a dead zone full of zombies. They have to go there and find a certain truck full of US dollars and retrieve that. But obviously they go there and things go unplanned. They stumble upon a lot of zombies and a lot of trouble. Since the first Train to Busan movie came out, it's become an iconic Korean film at this point. It's become one of the most popular Korean movies. It's a movie that everyone at this point has seen. Even if you have not seen any Korean movies in your life, you've probably seen Train to Busan. That's how popular and influential it has become. And for a good reason, because it took the zombie genre that's been done hundreds of times before, full of cliches, and did actually something unique with it. And unfortunately, Peninsula completely abandons that. Peninsula follows the sequel principle, which is to take everything from the first movie and double it in this one. More action, more fun, and more zombies. That's this movie. Unfortunately, it abandons some good qualities of the first one, like some very great, interesting characters and a thrilling, intense feeling of that film. It's unfortunately not in this movie, but we do have action and a lot of zombies. As I just mentioned, the sequel is more action forward, more zombies, and more fun, and it's taking more of a lighthearted tone as well. We even have like action movie lines and a couple of jokes here and there, and because of that, there is no threat. We don't feel the threat in this movie. You know, like in the first movie, we were scared for our characters. We understood how big of an impact zombies are making, how scary they are, but in this movie, zombies are just there to be shot and they don't really make you fear them. And that's kind of unfortunate. It's taking a more of a fun, lighthearted note, and because of that, it just doesn't feel that serious either. One of the things that made the first Train to Busan so great were the characters that you genuinely cared about, but here, unfortunately, we don't really have any of that sort of characters. Our lead character is an ex-captain carrying a lot of guilt, and that's kind of about it. Throughout the entire movie, he's just like this one-note, boring character. He's not charismatic, he's not interesting. And only like in the last 10 minutes of the movie, literally in the last 10 minutes of the movie, he gets some bit of growth. That's about it, but by that point, I didn't give a damn. And that goes for every character in this movie. They're all one-note characters, and none of them are well fleshed out whatsoever, so I couldn't connect with any of them, unfortunately. And that goes for the bad guys as well. Such cliched characters. Remember the guy from the first one? Yeah, this guy. We hated him, right? We hated his guts. We wanted him to get eaten by zombies. Just wanted him dead. But in this movie, they're just, these bad guys are so cliche. They're so goddamn, as I said, one note boring. Unfortunately. Now let's talk about the ending, without any spoilers, of course, because this is a spoiler-free review. Look, the ending I did not hate, but I did not like either. In the last 10 minutes, as I said, our lead character gets kind of a growth. This is so dramatic. The last 10 minutes are so dramatic. Oh my god. This soundtrack, by the way, the soundtrack in the last 10 minutes were just like booming. It was like nuts. Like, just tone it down a little bit. I understand what's going on. I understand this is dramatic, but my god, it was just it was too long. It was dragged. The ending was dragged a little bit too much to be dramatic and to get some emotions out of us, but as I said, the characters I just didn't give a shit about, so why would I care? Yeah, it was not really good, unfortunately. Speaking of the soundtrack, I don't know if anyone cares about the soundtrack of this movie, but it's a pretty typical soundtrack for a movie like this. Yeah, that's about it. Look, if you've seen the trailer for Peninsula, you know exactly what to expect out of the movie. What they show you in the trailers is exactly what they give you. And I've seen the trailers, of course, and because of that, I wasn't disappointed. I already lowered my expectations knowing exactly what this movie was going to be. Nobody was expecting this movie to be the copy of the first one or be something similar, But I was hoping that this movie wouldn't be this kind of a cliched, full of zombies action flick. I hope that it did something unique as the first one did, put its own spin to it, but it unfortunately doesn't. Despite the fact that I've been bashing this movie throughout this entire review, here's the thing. If you enjoy this type of films, like action flicks with full of zombies, if that's what you like, as a movie like this, it's good. It's not bad. It works. It is full of cliches and everything, but if this is what you enjoy, as I said, go and watch the trailer. If it seems interesting, if it seems like something that you enjoy, you'll like it. This is, in that way, not a bad film. But unfortunately for me, it's just not a film that I enjoy. It's full of cliches. It just doesn't have anything interesting to offer or anything unique to offer. So there is nothing that personally attracts me. But if it is something that you think that you will enjoy, then, Peninsula will probably not disappoint you. You can even watch the second movie without watching the first one, which you shouldn't do, by the way, because the first one is a great film. If you haven't seen it, definitely do so. But if you've seen the trailer for the second one and it's like, oh, this is exactly what I like, you can technically watch it without having any knowledge of the first one, because, to be honest, this movie doesn't have too much to do with Train to Busan, the first film. Yes, it's Korea, zombie apocalypse, and it's the same universe, but other than that, there are no references to the first film, no recurring characters, nothing. It's a completely new story, completely new characters, and they explain the entire thing with the apocalypse in the first couple of minutes of the film, so you will understand everything perfectly without questioning anything. So you can watch this movie in that sense as a completely new, different, brand new zombie film. Overall, Train to Busan 2 Peninsula takes a different route from the first one, being more of an action zombie flick full of cliches and weak characters, but enjoyable if this is a type of film that you like. It pains me to say this, but Train to Busan 2 Peninsula gets a 6.5 out of 10. So that is it for this video, guys. Train to Busan 2 Peninsula was not a great film, as you can tell from my review. It's not something that I will urge you to watch, unfortunately. But again, as I said, if actually what I said seemed like something you enjoy, watch it. And actually, let me know in the comments below if you've seen this movie already. If you have, what do you think about it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? I am curious about your opinion, so let me know. Also, in the bio of this video, I will have links for both of my social medias, Instagram and Twitter, where I post movie stuff, TV show stuff, whatever I'm watching currently. Just share my movie opinions with you guys. So yeah, if you're interested, follow me there. Do that. And also, in the bio of this video, I will have a playlist that has all my Korean movie reviews, and you can check that out and maybe find reviews that you're interested in. So yeah, go do that. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like, and if you didn't, you can also leave a dislike. And if you don't want to miss my other movie and TV show related videos, subscribe to this channel. Bye.